Most people think tech jobs are disappearing. That is not true. What is disappearing is the type of candidate companies are willing to tolerate. I analyzed 100 real tech job postings across data, software, cybersecurity, product, cloud, and remote roles. These roles came from the United States, Canada, Europe, and fully remote companies. What I found explains why people with multiple certificates are still unemployed, while others with fewer credentials get hired quickly. This video breaks down exactly what tech companies really want, based on data, not opinions. Before we begin, here is how the analysis was done. The job posts were collected from LinkedIn, Indeed, company career pages, and remote job boards. The focus was on mid-level and entry-to-mid-level roles, not senior leadership positions. For each job post, the following were tracked: degree requirements, technical tools, years of experience, soft skills, certifications, and remote work expectations. Clear patterns appeared after reviewing the data. First, let us talk about degrees. Out of 100 job posts, only about 35 explicitly required a specific university degree. Even among those, most added a line saying, or equivalent practical experience. This means degrees still matter, but they're no longer the main gatekeeper. Companies are less interested in where you went to school and more interested in what you can actually do. A degree may help you pass an automated HR filter, but it does not get you hired. Skills and proof of work do. This is why computer science graduates still fail interviews, while self-taught candidates sometimes succeed. In today's tech market, a degree opens the door, but competence keeps you inside the room. Next, let us discuss something more important than job titles: tools. Job titles varied widely across postings. Some were called data analysts, others business intelligence specialists, insights analysts, or analytics associates. Despite the different titles, the tools listed were almost identical. SQL appeared in more than 70% of the roles. Python appeared frequently. Excel appeared far more than many people expect. Power BI and Tableau were common. Version control tools like Git were repeatedly mentioned. This shows that recruiters do not hire job titles. They hire capabilities. If your resume lists a role but does not clearly show the tools you use, you are invisible. Many candidates think they are being rejected. In reality, they are not even being seen. Now, let us address experience, the biggest source of fear for most job seekers. More than 60% of job posts asked for experience. However, very few defined experience as working in a famous company. Most used phrases like hands-on experience, practical experience, or real-world projects. This includes personal projects, freelance work, internships, volunteering, and side businesses. If you built something, solved a real problem, and can explain your thinking clearly, that counts as experience. The problem is not lack of experience. The problem is lack of proof. No proof means no trust. No trust means no interview. This leads to an important truth. Your projects are your real resume. Many candidates build projects incorrectly. They follow tutorials step by step without understanding the why behind the steps. Hiring managers are not impressed by copied work. They want to see how you think. Strong projects show that you can identify a problem, choose appropriate tools, analyze data or systems, and communicate results clearly. One well-explained project is more valuable than 5 rushed projects with no context. Your project should answer one question. If we hire you, can you think independently? Another pattern appeared in almost every job post. Soft skills are no longer optional. Communication appeared in nearly every listing, not as a bonus, but as a requirement. Tech companies now expect professionals who can explain their work to non-technical teams, document processes, and collaborate effectively. Technical skill without communication limits your career growth. People with average technical ability but strong communication skills often earn more and advance faster than silent experts. Now, let us talk about certifications. Certifications appeared in roughly 40% of job posts. However, they were usually listed as preferred or nice to have. Certifications alone do not get you hired. Certifications without projects are ignored. Projects without explanation are misunderstood. But when skills, projects, and one relevant certification are combined, the profile becomes much stronger. Certifications should support your story, not replace it. Remote jobs had their own pattern. Remote roles demanded more than technical competence. They emphasized independent work, clear documentation, time management, and strong written communication. Remote work is flexible, but it is not easier. Companies hire remote workers they can trust without constant supervision. If you want remote pay, you must bring remote discipline. After analyzing 100 tech job posts, the conclusion is clear. Tech companies want people who can use relevant tools, prove real work, communicate clearly, understand business problems, and be reliable. Tech is not dead. What is dead is shallow preparation. If you are willing to build real skills, document your work, and think like a professional, there is still space for you in tech. If you want a breakdown of the easiest tech roles to enter this year, leave a comment. If you want a step-by-step guide on building projects that recruiters care about, like this video. Subscribe if you are serious about turning tech skills into income.